Can you get out of my light? You're in my light. Hello. Goodbye. Hi everyone, I'm Ying Ying and welcome back to the Noodle Kids Knitting Podcast. This is the first podcast of 2023 and I hope you enjoyed my last recap video. So I think it's been half a year or so that I've been doing knitting podcasts and I still really enjoy it. And I kind of want to try a lot of new things with the knitting podcast, like insert more B-rolls and do more kinds of video. So if you have any suggestion, just leave it down below. Anything that you want to see, anything that you want to see me try out, I would love to try them, take a look, and see what I like, and kind of find my video style. This is still not going to be anything professional. I know I'm growing really slowly, and I'm content with it. It's not like I'm not growing. But this is not my main job, so I don't really worry about like numbers and all that. I just want to keep having fun with you guys, talk about my knits, and not bother my boyfriend too much about it, even though I still do a lot. But this is like a creative outlet, and I hope you enjoy your stay. So yeah, for anybody that's new, which is like maybe 5 of you, my name is Ying Ying, and I live in Canada. What else can I say about myself? I have a day job. Knitting is not my full-time job. It is a really big hobby of mine because it's like taking over my life, like any hobby that I have. But yeah, current obsession is knitting. That's why I created this channel. I also have an Instagram where I share my knits, like photos of them. So if you want to follow me, the link is down below. I brought out a not a studio light, but a light that I bought a while ago for another purpose. And I want to see how it does with this video, so let me know if it's, well, I'm gonna decide if it's good or bad. But yeah, I want to try out with another lighting than just natural lighting. Right now it's like late at night. I want to have more flexibility in terms of filming, so that's why I'm trying this out. I am babbling a lot. But today it's going to be a traditional podcast where I talk about my finished object, my whips, my acquisition, and I also want to talk about my 2023 resolution, not resolution, but just like knitting goals of like what I want to do with my knitting. So let's get into it. First, what I'm wearing is my finished Oslo sweater. This is a pattern by Petite Knit, and I made this with 2.5 skeins of fingering weight, hold together with Fyberspates cumulus in the color natural. So this is the finished fiber, and I really like how it looks. The fingering yarn is actually from 2 different companies. It's a neutral beige color with subtle variation and a bunch of really fun sprinkles. So I made this with 2 different companies' fingering weight yarn. The top part and the neckline, no, not the neckline. So the top part of the sweater is with J'adore Fiber Christmas cookies. So this is a colorway. This is a Christmas colorway that they came out at the end of 2021, and they brought it back beginning of 2023. So just last week or 2 weeks ago. No, beginning of January. So I'm filming this 2nd week of January, and the pre-order for this unfortunately just finished on Friday, so the 6th of January. Shannon brought this color back with new dyes because I think the previous dye that the company has, like a supplier that she buys from, discontinued, or they don't have it anymore. So it's like a new dye that she's using, and she finally found a way to dye it the way that she wants, so she brought the color back. But enough of that babble. It's a neutral beige with variegation of soft orange almost, but it's like a Christmas cookie, but like a golden brown kind of color. I don't know what I'm saying. but you can see what it is. It's a little different than the second skein of the fingering that I'm using, which is from Explorer Knits, and it's Ice Cream Social Collection Extra Sprinkles. And I can never say that name properly, so sorry. But yeah, I think the two yarn doesn't have too much of a difference. I hope you can see it in a B-roll that I'm gonna put like on the side probably. But there's slightly more variegation, and the variegation part is like bigger splotches with the color pooling with Christmas cookie. And there's less variegation and less pooling with extra sprinkles. But I don't think there's too much difference in them. Plus, holding it together with the cumulus just like muted the color a lot. So I really like how the sweater turned out. I made a medium. And for me, the medium is quite large on the body side, but the arm is pretty perfect the way it is. So I don't know, people keep saying that you have to size down with petite knit patterns, but I always make like my size, like the correct size, without sizing up or down. And it's been okay so far, but it's not like I've knitted so many petite knit patterns. I've made like 2. Yeah, I think I've only made 2, even though I have a few of her patterns. I'm okay with her patterns, it's just the body is quite large. And it's fine, I like an oversized fit. Also, my mom really liked how the collar looks. And it's the first time that I've knitted a folded over collar with an elastic on the inside. So I got some 1-inch elastics that I wanted to put in my socks, but they turned out to be too wide for a sock. So I just decided to use with my sweaters from now on. So yeah, it's fitting quite well. I like how it looks, and I like how soft it is. I think alpaca is really my fiber instead of mohair for a fluffy sweater. It's just, I'm trying more alpaca than just the cumulus, because currently my local yarn store carry the cumulus as a mohair alternative, like aka another fluffy yarn. The owner of my local yarn store also own a yarn dyeing company, the Woolerton Estate Yarn, and Zoe the dyer, they dyed up some colorway for a trunk show in December, and I got some alpaca yarn from them. But also the alpaca is like a little bit more on the fingering way side instead of the lace side. Same for the cumulus. So I'm trying to find like a thinner alpaca, even though I know usually like the halo of an alpaca, like the blown part of an alpaca, is a little more chunkier than a mohair. I'm also gonna try out the CaMaRose midnight sole, and I'm really sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'm just saying it the English way, but I know it's not supposed to be pronounced like that. I saw the Knit Pearl girl. She did a video and a blog post about mohair and mohair alternatives, and that one was in it, so I bought some. I'm gonna try that out, and I have knitted a sample of that yarn with another fingering weight, so I'm gonna show you that in a bit, but I don't know what to make with that yet because my gauge is a little funky, so yeah, we'll see. This is my only finished object because throughout December I've only been gift knitting, and those are like all out except one, but I don't want to dig it out because it's already wrapped. But yeah, this is my only finished object, but honestly, I'm pretty satisfied with it. It's another sweater in my collection, and I don't have a ton of sweaters, but I do have quite a few, which is like under 10, but I do have quite a few. Yeah, I have a few sweaters that are before my pattern knitting era. It was all self-drafted, and I was a fairly inexperienced knitter in terms of skills, not in terms of years of knitting, because you can be knitting for years and years and years and still not have a lot of skills because you stay in your comfort zone, which is what I used to be. I started knitting in high school, and that's like 10 years ago from now. And I feel like I only improved a lot from reading patterns, from looking at other people's knits, and experiencing with different gauge, with different yarn. And I know I still have a lot to learn, and I'd be happy to sit on the journey to learn, but I'm still very happy with where I am in terms of knitting. I just know that I still have a lot to learn, and I'd love to bring you guys on this journey with me. But yeah, let's get on to my whips, or else this video is never gonna finish. First whip that I have is this sweater. It's the Fab sweater. Fluffy ass brioche sweater is what it's called. It's by Clara Eggers, and I'm just trying to use up the chunky yarn that I have, because one of the goals this year is to knit down my stash. Not yarn ban, no buys, or like clear out my stash kind of thing. It's just I want to knit down my stash and knit from my stash, because I have a lot of yarn and I have a buying problem. Which I think a lot of knitters and yarn lovers, not just knitter, but like crocheter, fiber artist, has the same issues that I have. We see pretty yarns, we want it, we buy it, you know? And this year I want to focus on saving my money, have better financial responsibility, and budget better with my money. So yeah, I'm gonna try knitting from my stash mostly. And I hope that I have less acquisition than finished product from my stash. So yeah, that's one thing I want to do. I think 2023 goals is just gonna be like mixed in with what I want to say in the podcast, because it's the end of the day. I'm too scatterbrained to do anything. So yeah, I'm gonna just mix everything in. So this is the Fab sweater. It's a two-tone brioche sweater, two-color brioche sweater. It's my first time knitting brioche, and I'm actually really enjoying it for no reason, because like I said plenty of time, I don't like ribbing. I think it's just the motion that I don't like, because the result, like, I like looking at ribbing, you know? It's pretty, like, look at the cuff. It's really pretty. And I think it's just the motion that I don't like, because stockinette I can do like mindlessly, and ribbing is just like the twist and turn of the wrist. So I'm actually enjoying this sweater a lot. I just put it down because the needle is too chunky and I have to take a break from it. And like I said, I'm trying to finish using my chunky yarn. So the darker pink is Wool in the Gang Crazy Sexy Wool in the color Pink Lemonade. It's a really pretty pink color. It's a medium pink on the cooler side with, it's not variegation, but in the yarn, it's not like one single color. Like the roving has lighter and darker pink. So it makes a really interesting yarn compared to just one single color roving. The second color is We Are Knitters the Wool in the color Marshmallow. And at the bottom here, I have the We Are Knitters the Wool in Marshmallow Neon. So I'm gonna do two color in both the body and the sleeves, because I made a Funfetti cake sweater by Karas.knit.eng a while ago, in like beginning 2022, end of 2021. That was a sweater that I made in a day. It was so quick. And I made the large size as well. I got those yarn for that sweater specifically because I've been waiting for that pattern to come out ever since Cara posted a picture about it. It's just the color that she used is really cute, so I wanted to make one for myself, and I did, and I don't wear it. It's just because it's too chunky, and I found out that this wool is, I think, Peruvian Highland wool, and it's just a little too itchy for me. Like, it's okay, but sometimes I just get like prickly feelings, especially on the more sensitive part of my body. So I don't really wear it. I mainly wear it at home last year when I finished it, and it kept me warm all winter. It was great. But I just didn't take it out this year yet because I have other sweaters that I could wear. I still like the sweater, just didn't take it out yet. And I have yarn left over from it. So the marshmallow was the main color that I used for my Funfetti sweater. I'm gonna insert some pictures so you have a better idea of what it looks like. And the contrast color in the Funfetti sweater was the, don't remember the name, but a pale pink. So I have the marshmallow left over and I used it for this fab sweater. And the pink lemonade was supposed to be like another sweater that I wanted to make, but I never got to it. So I'm using it for this and I'm gonna have enough for the whole sweater. And the marshmallow neon, I made a vest with it. And yeah, it's also left over. So I'm gonna make a mashed together leftover yarn fab sweater. Next whip, I started a sock. It's still very tiny, but I was still very much in the Christmas spirit when I started the socks. Now I don't know. I'm probably still gonna do this. It's I'm freehanding a 3x1 sock. So you can see the ribbing here. A 3x1 sock. I've never done this before, but I also said that I didn't like ribbing, so I'm gonna try to conquer that. Maybe I'm just sick and tired of 1x1 ribbing, so I'm gonna try to do some other kind of ribbing. The yarn is going to be several different yarn. So this is a leftover skein that I have. Well, not skein anymore, ball. Sock yarn from I don't remember where. This is from a long time ago when I first started buying indie yarn. So that color was going to be the cuff. I also have these two. There are many skeins of other things. I think the red one is from NikkiSlipp shop from a mini skein pack that I got. And I think this one is the dark green mini from Caidree Fiber Fruit Basket. I think. And I'm gonna do like stripes on the cuff with that white color. And the body of the sock is gonna be this guy. And this is Fireweed Fibre Co. Steel Blue. And I hope this project is just gonna be like a travel project, like an easy on the go project. Sometimes I just want to knit socks. I've been in the mood of knitting garments, so I started a summer garment actually, even though we're in the middle of winter. But also look at this bag, my mom got this for me. It's Demon Slayer. It's one of my favorite manga/anime. It's really good. I started a summer garment, so this is... It's all crinkled because it's not blocked. It's not finished. Okay, this is the best I can do. This is the Home Camisole by Caidree. The yarn is Feisty Fibres Glamping and Rock and Decay, and it's a merino and nylon blend, so you can make socks out of it. But I made a whole sweater with that. In previous knitting podcast, I made a modified version of the Serene sweater by Caidree as well. It's a really pretty yarn. I'm also actually wearing socks in the same color. I had to size down needle. I think I usually knit DK in a 4mm needles, but for this to get gauge, I had to go down to 3.5, which is a first for me. And I hope this is not going to be too hot for summer because it's like merino nylon blend. But I also knitted something else with sock yarn for summer and it was completely fine. But that was a fingering, so yeah, who knows, we'll see. Maybe this is just going to be a layering piece. I had some trouble making this. I'm at the easy part now, which is like the body. And once I'm done with the body, I just have to do I-cords for everything. This is the first top-down camisole that I've made. Everything else, meaning 2 camisoles. I didn't make too many camisoles last summer, which is one of my other goals. I want to make more summer garments, and I've been looking for like cotton yarn or linen or silk that I can use for summer. If you have a good summer fiber that you want to recommend, a good like yarn that you want to recommend, leave it down below. I'd be interested to try them out. But yeah, I had some trouble making this because you're supposed to make the top in like 4 separate sections and then you join, and I twisted my sections even though the pattern specifically told you to be careful to not twist the section. I still did it. I thought I was careful enough, but apparently I was not. So yeah, I had to like rip back about 1 inch of stockinette body and redo it, which sucked. But yeah, we're further now, and I only have this much yarn left. I hope I have enough for long enough body and the I-cord, which yeah, first yarn chicken of the year, I guess. This is one example of scrap project that I want to finish scrap for. This is scrap from the Serene sweater that I made. I had a skein and like 1/3 or a half of it left, and this already took the whole skein with like a little bit of this, which is like the scrap from the sweater. The whole skein was also the scrap from the sweater, but I didn't use it. But yeah, hopefully I'll have enough yarn, or else I'm just gonna have to do a color block with a different color I-cord, which wouldn't be too bad, but I want the whole thing to be red. We'll see. Last whip. If you follow my Instagram, you've already seen this. It's my Ally sweater. It's still itty bitty, but I'm really enjoying this. It's my first colorwork sweater actually that I'll ever be making. The pattern, like I said, is the Ally sweater by S-Knits, Sarah Opie. The color is from Campfiber yarns, and it's their December colorway of 2022. So the beige color with speckles is the main color, and it's called Holiday Eggnog. The contrast color is a cool tone dark purple, and I think it's called Sugar Plum Glow, and it's a beautifully soft variegation of dark purple with a slightly lighter purple in some area and darker purple in some area. And the Holiday Eggnog also has purple speckles in it, so it just matches super well with the Sugar Plum Glow. I'm just gonna give you a close-up of how it looks like. And it features a folded over neckline that I tried to put a elastic in it and failed like 3 times, so I gave up. I'm just gonna sew an elastic on the inside here so it holds shape. I think my 1 inch elastic is just too big for this, even though the neckline is more than 1 inch. I just can't get it right because the neckline is also quite tight on the neck, unlike the Oslo sweater, which is like a bigger neckline. This is a really fun knit. The pattern is extremely detailed. There's like 26 or 29 pages or something like that. And honestly, I kind of love that. Sarah literally walks you through every single step of what you need to do, and I just really like how detailed it is. It's really beginner friendly for a first colorwork sweater, which is the case for me. And yeah, I hope to show you more of it soon. Now to the acquisition section. I bought a lot of yarn from Boxing Day, and there's still some that didn't come yet. So first, I got some yarn from Fireweed Fibre Co. again. Let me just, yeah. Fireweed Fibre Co. So they were doing a Boxing Day sale, which is the same sale that they have on Black Friday. They were doing buy 2 get 1 free. So I bought 2 and got 1 free. These 2 are actually the colorway that I really wanted ever since Boxing Day, because they came out with their Christmas collection around Boxing Day, I think. Yeah, they came out with their Christmas collection like before, like 2 days or something before Boxing Day. So I bought the Snow Globe colorway that I showed you in previous podcast. You can check it out there or there. I don't know where it would be. The Snow Globe colorway is a variegation of blue, turquoise, pink, and purple, and it's just really pretty. It's the color that I don't know what to make with. I have it here, actually. So this is the Snow Globe colorway. See how pretty it is? It's like variegated and speckled. My 2 kryptonite. But yeah, I love this yarn. I just don't know what to make with it. I'm gonna talk about this a bit later. First colorway that I got is, what's it called? Gingerbread. I got 2 skeins of this. I don't know why, and I don't know what to make with this. Maybe a summer top. You know, just like Christmas in July kind of vibe. But I've been looking for a perfect gingerbread yarn. I've seen one from a company in the States, but the yarn plus the shipping plus it's in US is just too expensive for me, so I didn't get it. Even though they were having a sale, I just didn't get it. But I got this. It's a classic version of a gingerbread yarn that you would think to have. So a variegation of white and brown with speckles of green and red. So that's usually how gingerbread yarn goes. This one, the speckle has more, like, on top of red and green, it has bright pink. So you can see on either side, like here and here. I quite like it. I originally didn't quite like it because of the pink, but now the more I look at it, the more I'm like, oh, it's actually quite nice. So yeah, I don't know what to make with this. I don't know if I should make a top or if I should make socks with it, because I got 2 skeins, one in Sweet Pea sock, which is 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon, and the other one in a more luxurious sock yarn, which is 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. So maybe I don't want to make socks with yarn that has cashmere in it. Don't know what to make with this yet. Still very happy with the colors, and I'm excited for these. The second color that I got is Christmas Tree Farm, and this is also another super gorgeous variegation yarn. This has variegation of white, green, brown, dark blue, and speckles of purple and green. Little bit of yellow, little bit of red. So yeah, like a Christmas tree with its Christmas lights on it. Very pretty. Also don't know what to make with this yet. See, this is my problem. I see pretty yarn, I buy it, but I don't have a plan for it. And I decide after what I want to make, which is, I guess it's good, but it's also bad. Because I would end up with skeins that I'm just like, well, I don't know what to make with this, and it just stays in my stash. Second thing is something that I bought quite a while ago. I've showed this on my Instagram. It's the Scranton Stitcher, their cereal aisle collection, the colorway Fruit Loops, and what is this? Original sock. And this is a 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. And the color is just really, really cute. Pretty, beautiful, gorgeous, absolutely stunning. I don't know what to say. It's a white base, so the milk for the Fruit Loops. And then you have soft, short variegations / speckles of pastel rainbow color. It's awesome. I really love it. I don't know what to say. I don't know what more to say about it. It's just really pretty. And I bought this knowing that I'm gonna make a sweater with it, because I think this deserved to be more than just a pair of socks. Which, no shame on sock makers. I personally is just more of a garment maker than sock makers, even though I do make socks. But yeah, I think this yarn deserves to be a full sweater. And since I don't really knit fingering weight sweaters, I bought some alpaca to go with it, which is finally got the Midnight Soul by CaMaRose. So I just got the, I don't know how to pronounce it, HVID. I'm sorry, anybody let me know how to pronounce the thing. and is a 54% baby alpaca, 36% tencel, and 10% merino, so merino wool, I'm guessing. And I would say this feels a little, not rougher, but just not as soft as the Cumulus from Fyberspates. But I knitted up a swatch of another color that I'm going to show you in a bit, and it still feels pretty nice next to skin, but we'll see with a full garment. I'm planning to knit the Waffle Loop sweater by Other Loop, and I think that sweater pattern came out like beginning of the year or end of last year, and I've been seeing a bunch of people post test knit pictures, and also Other Loop has been posting a lot of picture of it, and I was just like, wow, this is such a cute texture pattern. I have to make it. I think it's a drop shoulder design, yeah, drop shoulder, and it has waffle texture, and the body has like circle texture. I'm gonna put more pictures here. But yeah, I'm gonna try to make that. I already have the pattern, and I'm gonna make a swatch soon. I just kind of don't want to do it now because I already have a few sweaters going on and I want to finish them. Another goal of 2023, it's also like not have too many whips at the same time because I forget about them or I lose interest. So I will try to start stuff and finish stuff. So the next thing is a single skein that I bought from Skein Appeal. It's a store in Toronto, I think, online store, and I forgot the person's name, but they're super nice. They started their small business in 2022, and they carry a little bit of indie dyed yarn and some fibers, and they make their own project bag. My ghost project bag that I have is also from Skein Appeal. This is the Mama Jess Knits DK sock, and it's in the colorway Peppermint Cocoa. And yeah, I got this in their Boxing Day sale as well. They were having like a 20%, 25% off everything for a week straight. So I got this because it's a colorway that I wanted. And I limited myself to only one skein instead of getting a sweater quantity because I was trying to be good with my money. It's a variegation of white and brown with speckles of red on the white part. So yeah, the Peppermint Cocoa is really accurate. It's really suitable for the yarn name. I was just feeling really festive, so I really wanted like this kind of yarn. Like I said, I was looking for like a gingerbread yarn, and this kind of yarn just, I was really drawn to it. I think I'm gonna make a hat with this. I don't know what hat yet, but a hat. We'll see. I'm gonna try to make a swatch and see if I like a brioche stitch with this, because I purchased Petite Knit's September hat pattern, and I think I'm gonna try to make a hat using this yarn. The last skein that I have is from Small Fish Yarn. It's another gingerbread yarn. This is called Gingerbread Cookie in Superwash Merino sock. It's the yarn base, 80% superwash merino and 20% nylons. And this is also a Canadian dyer. And this color is a medium neutral. So like the perfect gingerbread color with speckles of darker brown and red. It's cute. I thought this would be like a cool foot of a sock, but I don't know yet. I just really like the color and I was feeling like some gingerbread yarn sock. First time that I buy from this dyer, and I really like the yarn quality, but we'll see how I knit up and I'll keep you updated. Last thing that I received from my Boxing Day order is these. So I already showed this white color, but I also got a blue color, And the reason why I purchased both of these is because I wanted to put them together with a fingering weight to make a fluffy sweater. So this one is the HVID color. I'm so sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I'm gonna Google how to say it. And this one is Liz Ebla. I'm also really sorry if I'm saying it wrong. But is a dusty-ish pale to medium blue color. It's like in between a pale blue and a medium blue. And I was originally gonna buy another colorway, but I made a mistake. I was gonna get the Liz Turquoise color, which is more of a turquoise blue color, but I got this blue color instead. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. It's like I remember putting the other color in my cart, but I got this color and I was like, wait a minute. I went to check my order. It was this color. I was like, what happened? I don't know what happened. But I got this color. And it's like my fault. And since the thing was on sale because Boxing Day, it's like final sale. So like no exchange, no return, no anything. So I knitted up a swatch with Fireweed Fibre Co. Snow Globe, like I showed you previously. I think it still goes pretty okay together-ish, because this one has a lot of variegation. But yeah, this is the swatch that I don't know what to make with, because my gauge is about 22 stitches, and I want to make a cardigan with this. I have too many sweaters. I made only one cardigan in 2022, and I want to make more cardigans in 2023, which I was thinking making the novice the novice cardigan mohair edition. It's a pattern that I have from Petite Knit that I was trying to make with another yarn, but I ended up not liking the yarn, so it's just been staying on my needle. I think I'm gonna try to make that sweater. I keep saying sweater, but I meant cardigan. I think I'm gonna make that cardigan with this yarn, and it's gonna be a cool like layering piece. Or I can just make a sweater, you know? But I'm currently looking for a more textured sweater to make. It's just like this cardigan doesn't have any texture because the novice cardigan is like for beginner, quote unquote. And it's a round neck cardigan. And I've not done a round neck sweater before. I've only done raglan and drop shoulders. Which another goal of 2023 is to explore more techniques. And I've been looking at some round neck sweaters, especially the halibut sweater by this person. Sorry, I forgot the name. I'm gonna try to explore more technique, like stuff that I haven't done before. Because even though I started knitting like a long time ago, just from like pure curiosity and wanted to do something with my hands because I've always been really crafty, I've never really explored new technique every year or actively tried to learn. So yeah, the past year and like the second half of 2021, I've really grown a lot as a knitter because I've dabbled in sock making, top-down sweaters, and hat making, etc. When previously I've only made bottom-up sweater in like panels and seamed them together. So yeah, I just want to grow as a knitter is what I meant to say. Last thing I want to show is this yarn. It's not an acquisition, but I want your opinion on this. So this is the Wandering Flock Spring Fever color and DK. And I also don't know what to make of this. I have a sweater quantity of this, but I don't know what to make with this. I got this a long time ago. It's a really beautiful yarn. My vocabulary for yarn is just like pretty, beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. So you have to bear with me with that. It's a variegated yarn of a blush pink base with a slightly darker pink, blue, and purple. They came out with this colorway like spring 2022, I think? Or was it earlier than that? I can't remember. But I got this and I still haven't made anything with it. And I already tried to make another swatch with this, which I don't even remember what I made with this because I teared it back. But yeah, I made a new swatch. So I have this. This is for, I believe the pattern is called Fall Cardigan by Soup Knits. I think I'm gonna make the cardigan. It's a seed rib stitch cardigan. I think I'm gonna dye if I make it, cause it's ribbed. And yeah, fun. I saw a video, a reel on Instagram, shared by The Wandering Flock, actually, by this person. I also don't remember the name. I'm like really bad with names. I'm sorry. About like a different kind of purling. So I think I'm gonna try doing that and get used to it with this fall cardigan. I like how it looks with this stitch. I think the color pooling is gonna be really bad if I do a stockinette, sweater, cardigan, garment thing. I'm gonna try to make that cardigan because I want more cardigan. And I want to conquer my hatred for ribbing. So I think that's it for today's video. And this is probably a long one, but I hope you enjoy my first podcast of 2023. I hope to grow with you, even if you don't knit, if you crochet, if you craft, if you just enjoy the content, if you just enjoy seeing the pretty yarn. I hope to make more video to keep you company or entertain you in 2023. I really appreciate you being here, and I hope to grow slowly with you as a knitter, a crafter, and a person. I just want to say I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!